Thomas and Friends, The Great Railway Show. One sunny day on the island of Sodor, Thomas the Tank Engine saw a shiny new engine in Vicarstown station. "That's my brother, the Flying Scotsman," Gordon said with a sigh. The Flying Scotsman was going to the Great Railway Show on the mainland. That's where the engines compete to see who's the fastest and strongest, he explained. Thomas was excited. He wanted to go too. Thomas thought that if some streamlining could be added to an engine from Sodor, it could win races at the show. "What an excellent idea," said Sir Topham Hatt. "We'll streamline Gordon and he'll be faster than ever." Gordon! That was not what Thomas had in mind. The next day, a railway ferry delivered engines from all over the world to Brandon Docks. "Where are you going?" the dock manager asked. "The Great Railway Show," puffed a streamlined engine from Belgium. "That'll be on the mainland," the manager replied. The engines jostled and pushed past Thomas as they got back on the ferry. Rushing for the departing ferry, a brightly painted engine named Ashima bumped into Thomas. "Whoa!" he peeped as he teetered on the edge of the quay. Dock workers quickly wrapped a chain around Thomas's coupling hook. Ashima helped pull him to safety. Ashima apologized to Thomas and asked about another way to get to the mainland. Thomas didn't answer. He just chugged away in a huff. "Why should she get to go to the railway show?" Thomas puffed. "Well, she's very beautiful painted," Clarabelle said. That gave Thomas an idea. Off he sped to the steamworks. Thomas asked Victor to repaint him with the lightning bolts and racing stripes. Just then Sir Topham Hatt came by to check on Gordon's streamlining. He liked the idea of speedy-looking paint job, but not for Thomas. Meanwhile, over at the Diesel Works, Diesel had his own idea. He wanted to disguise Paxton, Dent, and Dart as trucks and pretend to pull them. "It'll look like I'm pulling a very heavy train by myself," he said, snickering. "If Sir Topham Hatt thinks I'm stronger than Henry, he'll take me to the Great Railway Show instead." Later that day, Thomas met Ashima again. She didn't understand why Thomas had wanted to be repainted. "You can only be you," she tooted. "Every engine I've known was useful and had a job to do." Ashima asked if Thomas was good at shunting and sorting trucks. "Yes," Thomas peeped. And then he had his best idea yet for going to the Great Railway Show. "I'll show Sir Topham Hatt what I can do best." The next day, Thomas went to practice his shunting at Knapford Station. The rails were blocked by Diesel's tricky trucks, so Thomas decided to move them. "What are you doing?" Diesel hissed. "You'll spoil my trick." Thomas began to pull the disguised Diesels. He was surprised by how easily and fast everything moved. He tried to stop at a red signal ahead, but Diesels kept pushing because they couldn't hear the warning bell. Crashed! Thomas collided with a passing engine. Now, what will happen? Is Thomas all right? Will he go to the Great Railway Show? And if he does, what will happen there? To find out, turn this book over and right side up and begin reading.